Hey, welcome to my channel, Josh Gordon Music. This is just a short little thought piece, let's call it. Um, it's New Year's Day. It's January 1st, 2023. And this evening, I've just been going through some of my gear. As you can see here, I have a Line 6 Pod Go. And here I have the HX Stomp with the extra foot switch. So I've been going through these things because I've been using this stuff the most. And I also have, sitting in a case, a quad Cortex, which I also enjoy. And I bought that in the summer of 2022 and kind of got caught up with some of the hype of it. And it's a fantastic unit. It's wonderful. But I keep going back to this Line 6 gear. And why? I mean, I had the Boss, I think it was the GX100. I had that. And again, I went to the quad, and the Boss and the quad, both great units, but I keep going back to the Line 6 stuff. So what's my point? My point is, when you find something you like, stick with it. You know, I kind of guess I got swayed by the hype of the neural DSP, which is great stuff. It's wonderful stuff. But I'm already so deep into the Line 6 stuff. I find it's very user friendly for me. I like that it has a desktop editor, whether it's the Pod Go Edit or the HX Edit program. I like that. Boss also has a desktop editor, but I found it a little harder to use. And the quad is very easy to use. All on screen, but again, no desktop editor. And I like having to back things up onto my Mac, whereas the quad, I guess you're backing up into a cloud, which is, I understand, it's great too. And just for me, maybe because I'm, let's call it more of a mature player. I'm not 20. So I kind of, grew up with the old school, definitely pedals, tube amp, rack units, that kind of stuff. So as I'm playing my gear tonight, I'm just thinking, there's so much I haven't even touched with the Line 6 stuff yet, and I've just been learning some stuff with the Stomp of a dual signal path and stuff, and many capabilities that I haven't even touched yet. And, I watched a couple of videos of comparing, stuff like the Stomp to the quad and whatnot. And I don't think there was any video trickery, and they do sound pretty close. They compare to Fractal or a Kemper, and they're all great and they all sound good. And you can't go wrong with any one of them. One of the bonuses of the Line 6 stuff, I find, compared to like a quad or a Kemper, the Line 6 stuff seems to be a little more affordable. Does that mean because it's cheaper, it's like comparing like a Squire Strat to like a custom shop Fender? I don't think so. I think this Line 6 stuff, it's priced how it is, but it sounds good. It sounds really good. So my thought, and maybe my question out there is, should I sell my quad Cortex? Because that's what I'm thinking. I don't use it. I'm not a big touring guy. Like, sometimes I get a call for maybe to do a theater show, and it's like, having a quad would be nice, but the last theater show I did, where was I? In Albany, New York, with Forever Seeker, wonderful Bob Seeker tribute that I used to be more full-time with. But anyways, I used my HX Stomp. I basically used this for that, and it had everything I needed, and it sounded just fine. And I ran that through a Hot Rod Deluxe tube amp, and it was just fine. And you can run either one of these to the front of house if you need to. So my thinking is, as much as I love the sounds of the quad, I don't need it, because these two items combined are still not even the cost of one quad, right? So get rid of the quad. Hey, maybe there's another guitar in it, or maybe I'll get a backup, unit for one of these, because I do take these out. I take this Pod Go out. I take this out for gigs all the time, you know, and it sounds fantastic. It sounds great through an amp, or I've used it with FRs. If you've seen some of my other videos, nothing wrong with it. Sounds great. So, you know, maybe there's some of you scratching your heads thinking, you know, you're in your studio thinking, man, do I need all this stuff? That's kind of what it is. And it's not because it's a New Year's thing. I've been thinking about this for months, but I guess because it's, you know, the new year, starting anew, maybe it is subconsciously hitting me, but that was just not really my point of this video. Is like, yeah, do I need all this stuff? I mean, I'm not even going to get started on the amount of guitars I have. I don't have, like, I don't say I have 30, but I think I have more than I need for what I do. I mean, I do some online session work here and there, but I'm mainly playing like legions and bars, and, you know, hopefully get some festivals. This stuff will cut it, you know? So what do you guys think? Do you think you need some expensive stuff to make you feel like a pro? I mean, if it all comes down to your playing, you know, if you can't play well, it's going to sound like crap through a Kemper. You know, that's like getting a $7,000 custom shop Les Paul. If you can't play it, it's going to sound like crap. You know, and you can get a guy who's a brilliant player, pick up a $200 Squire and make it sound awesome. So again, and that translates with this gear too, right? That's my opinion anyways, that, I mean, if this stuff I think is very user friendly and offers a lot of options that I think a lot of people aren't even touching, including myself. And I'm going to dig deeper into this stuff because I think there's tons of capabilities here. And again, the price is a lot more affordable. And just because you maybe buy something cheaper, this stuff is not considered budget gear in a sense, like with the tone quality of it. Okay, maybe the Pod Go is considered, yeah, budget, but the effects are the same as the Stomp, you know, just less of them, maybe less capabilities for signal pass and stuff, but it still sounds good. So anyways, that's my thoughts for New Year's Day, January 2023. So thanks for watching my little ramble and rant. It's just good to get it off the chest sometimes. So, you know, I'm leaning towards selling the quad. So leave a comment if you feel like it. Tell me to shut up. Don't do these videos. Stick to the presets, whatever. But I appreciate taking the time to watch. I appreciate anybody who comes to my channel, watches, subscribes. Fantastic. Okay? I appreciate it. Let's have a good 2023, everybody. Take care.